you're going to be less relevant because what they did is put a clip up there, one of the recent interviews. The clip is short, I think like it's 2 minutes. And at the end of the clip, you're like this. You got Charlemagne. They're not going to do it. Once they sign that Netflix, it's over. They, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And the reason why they're not going to do it is because people don't watch podcasts on Netflix. They don't. You can pull up YouTube and watch it. You know, and the watch it. You all fuck. Yeah. Yeah, hey, watch the. It's not a podcast that goes on every single day. It's not. It's one thing I know for certain. It's crazy to me. A media company this size should understand this. One thing I know for a fact, if people to migrate from YouTube to another platform is damn near in. They want to put their podcast. Most people do not watch Netflix on their phone. And if I have to guess, I would say that people who watch probably watch it on their phone. You know why? They're at work, they're on the go, or whatever. You still, black accent. It's the jokes. What's wrong with a little pray? What's wrong with a little pray? Oh, that's we used to the barbs attacks. I guess support. I'm still mad. It's so possible. I don't know anything like you know this. Let's listen. Let's listen. Um, mm, mm, mm. Oh, we took it out. It's important. I like that. Mhm. She pregnant? Don't, don't. Or side awards. Won't that increase his chances of one get sponsors? A lot of SAC awards. I like a goddamn candle. I like a big see the SAC awards. You said Christian Bale? is they click on the reference and then they black the screen out and they listening to it. This is what people don't realize. Hundreds of millions of subscribers, 6 million, 10 million subscribers. I don't have any. But one thing, I'm smart enough to understand how social media works. Smart enough to think about social media. The advent of social media is this. Can elevate. This nigga should be ostracized. Holy shit. LG. Where did you get the money? Like, where did you get the money? So, what they chose. From who now? Uh-uh. Don't you? Uh-uh. What? Mimi is cute. It's hard. Yeah, right. It's that you can't even afford. I got, and niggas will blow it. So, oh, niggas won't blow it. It's hard out here. You inches will blow it. So, a high car, and you can't even afford 26.7, $26, $27.31. Don't you spend $27.31. Don't spend all up at once. $27.31. That's dope. That's dope. Oh yeah, that's dope. I am. Let's open up the phone lines. Corn. And here's the new way of consuming is that even a lame content creators think there are going to be job openings at CNN if anyone is willing to. There's zoning out consuming and there's active consuming. Active consuming is when you on your phone, scroll, click, scroll, and you click. But even then, you could be in a mood for that shit. And the people know that television is just a thing of the past. And I'm not saying people who but they may watch Disney Plus, they may watch HBO Plus, but here's the reality. People are consuming the streaming services like that. Their streaming services wouldn't struggle. The problem is smart TVs give you ability to have YouTube on your TV. Because you have the YouTube app, you don't watch YouTube on TV more than you watch anything else on TV. I'm not saying people don't watch streaming services, but they don't watch it for that they watch it from YouTube. So people are gonna watch content creators. If you make your followings on YouTube, if you have your largest audience on YouTube, That's where people will see you. And the reason why is YouTube is the evolution TV, right? Because it's just like with radio. You have radio, and people love radio because when radio first came out, it gave the ability to be more connected. The moment that TV came out, radio was relatively difficult because you can't watch TV in your car, but you want to listen to something. So the only thing that kept radio alive was a car. The fact that you're driving around on the road trips, whatever. TV took it to the next level, not just here, you can watch it on TV as well. The problem is TV is a one-way conversation. And while the Breakfast Club putting their podcast on a streaming service like Netflix, they went backwards and they put their podcast on a TV in a one-way conversation. But you know, it's a podcast. It's not a one-way conversation. It's a two-way conversation. Just I'm saying, I talk to you guys. They able to talk about you. By them going to Netflix, they had eliminated the other side of the conversation. The people able to comment in the comment section. They have Twitch. You have Twitch. I don't. You across the preface. I don't watch them. Sada. No, I don't watch them. I don't watch. If you still watch, I don't watch them. It's something salacious. So caught up a lot of attention. The first is to go to that comment to see what's everybody's, because you don't want just want to hear what they have to say. You have to hear what the people have to say. If putting your podcast on Netflix, you eliminate that shit. You would get fat joke chain of kids. Worst thing they do is put their podcast on Netflix. If you have a podcast, you gotta put that podcast on maybe Spotify. If you jump over there to Netflix, I hope they gave you a grill. I hope they gave you 50 million. I go to that page. If we go back to their main page, 4,400. That is crazy for a channel the size of. They shit that'll give you banned. YouTube. It's a YouTube. And people snap those gifts, and people haven't been feeling it. Look, that's 9 days ago, bruh. After 52,000. The reason why this gets confused is it's a hot topic right now. But look at this. 4.6 thousand, 39,000, 27,000. If they try that section over to Netflix, it is passing on her audience. So they throwing up a full show to try to get people to come. Look, 30,000 views. 31,000. which I don't listen to. There's 1,000, 27,000. They piss everybody off. A lot of people don't like Netflix. A lot of people don't like Netflix. Netflix is too woke. No, don't get me wrong. Watch. Netflix is too woke. You cannot trip about watching Netflix. You feel me? Netflix is starting to turn. Starting to turn with the T-move. T-move. Starting to turn into T-move. I watch Amazon Prime more than I watch Netflix. You feel me? It just has a more of a variety. It's going crazy. Mm. They was trying their best to buy Warner Brothers, and everybody was concerned about this. Netflix is woke as hell. They knew there was a bunch of only problem with it. You got too much far left leaning crap in media. Far left leaning crap. And David Ellison owns Paramount, Skydance, and everybody's saying that he's mad, that he's conservative because he's friends with Donald Trump. And they even tried to imply that the only way he was able to get his merger through is because Donald Trump pulls some strings. Inappropriate relationship between this business owner and the President of the United States. Well, really, the underlying issue is they know that David Ellison, whether he's MAGA or not, Paramount is the company when you get Yellowstone. That was way better. So with Paramount getting the WB that aren't whoa, just think about the WB, WBC universe. So you might start getting shows that aren't woke because what happened is Netflix put their bid in to buy the W. David Ellison came and topped their offer. I think it's 110 billion with a B. And so Netflix is like, no, that's too rich. So they dropped out of the deal. They dropped out of the bidding. And now the lefties are losing them because Paramount to purchase that is actually going to balance the scales again to where we might actually have to get content, television shows, movies that ain't woke unless we feel like that's about to be game over if that happens. Those movies and shows are about to make way more money than other woke shit. But the real problem that everybody is worried about is CNN. CNN is one of the just part that hurt. So they're putting it together like, wait a minute. David Ellison is friends with Donald Trump, and he's about to buy all this, which includes CNN. What it says? CNN. You look at the all of the media that love to brag. Trump, yeah, Trump, she got fired. You had Trump, you got Donald, he got fired. You got Trump the Rangers that lost their job. The last who's standing is CNN because they have the worst TDS I've ever seen in my entire life. So you got Abby Phillips with her Salukas combating all of the crazy over there. In fact, let me just she was all crazy that they all in on CNN. Now watch this. When did he say that? But he's calling out of her lie. And look how she get upset because she calling her out of her lie. No, you're lying. Through your teeth. I'm done. I, because I know you're lying. So, do you have a section? Are you a woman? Are you a woman? No, no, no. Are you a woman? So, even though they're belligerent, petulant children, they like belligerent, petulant children. You see, but she literally tried to get that shit off. She tried it. She tried it, right? But CNN right now, as we speak, are losing their collective shit over this situation. They're losing their shit. Especially Jake, especially, especially Jake Tapper. Cause he looks concerned. Especially Jake Tapper. He looks concerned. And he should be. He's very concerned. He looked concerned. But check this out. Look at the look on his face. Look at look at the look on his face. Warner Brothers Studios bought the Paramount. I said, But on the whole, and y'all, from us and CNN, Paramount has submitted a superior offer to Warner Brothers Discovery, its famous apparent company. CNN. Let's go into CNN Chief Me. Let's start with the question: why did Netflix walk away? They really wanted Warner Brothers. Why did Netflix walk away? News on the news and bash Trump 24/7. David Ellison already said news that is more balanced. So whether he's MAGA or not is irrelevant. David Ellison is MAGA. What matters is the Washington Post with Jeff Bezos got a hold of it. Yeah, that's fine. The tide is finally the tide is finally it started with Elon Musk buying Twitter. Because our society is sicker, y'all. Our society is sick and tired of this woke crap. And losing their shit because now they're worried about losing their job because they're gonna have to give way more balanced takes and not ever do what they want and demonize the president whatever they feel like. This corporate tug of war is paramount. Warner Brothers Department. Warner Brothers Department. They're not in a happy. It's no longer. So it's supposed to be left behind in a not very left behind in a not very happy mood. Wait, wait, not very happy mood. We got to rewind that back. So, that's why you left them in a not very happy mood. I can tell you what happened at the White House meeting. He went to the White House meeting and tried to persuade Donald Trump to kind of do something to stop David Ellison from also acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. Because that Skydance they merged with Paramount, and now they're trying to merge with Warner Brothers Discovery. And they say, hey man, you shouldn't be able to do this. You should be able to, when the FCC gonna come over here and say something about this. But we all know what's happened recently. with the election. We all know what happened recently with the FCC. You know what's happening. What's happening? You're literally watching. Just my grandmother always said, the wind doesn't blow the same always. Eventually, it has changed directions. They're watching it change directions right before our eyes. And these lefties are losing their shit. They had a monopoly on media. And now they're mad because the tide is turning. They're mad because now it's going to look like they're not going to have much influence as they had before. So no more trying to groom our children to live the alternative lifestyles through weird ass TV shows that have inappropriate shit on there, right? Because I remember watching those, so I didn't see none of that watching. I said, so all of a sudden they're upset. All of a sudden they're upset. To take over office. The cult is crazy. The cult is crazy. Regardless of Netflix, they're not going to keep big because David Ellison outbid them. Netflix are not they're not going to keep bidding because David Ellison outbid them $110 billion. Because here's the translation. Netflix say, okay, it's no longer appealing. No, you don't have the bread for that. And we do have the bread for that. We don't want to spend that much. But beating about beating y'all. It's another law step. Told you. They try to blame Trump. They try to blame Trump. It don't matter. I don't care. I don't care if he is. He needs to be involved. He needs to be involved because somebody has to got to do something about. Somebody has to got. Someone has to do for all this woke bullshit. Somebody got to do something about all this woke bullshit. Somebody got to do something about this woke bullshit that's infiltrated in the industry and destroyed industry and have destroyed media, destroyed movies, destroyed TV shows. We're sick of it. Destroyed movies, destroyed TV shows. Paramount is a complicated. Stephen Corbett destroyed movies, destroyed TV shows. We're sick of it. Even unsound concerns on Paramount is a complicated place where Stephen Colbert is being pushed as all South Park exclusive of Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart still speak truth to power. Truth to power. Also donated $1 million to Joe Biden marketing campaign. Mm. The debt as raising came from foreign companies. Foreign ones. Like a Saudi fund, the Qataris, they had to do insurance you won't get exposed. That was number one. Number two, Paramount basically promised about backstop all these equity funds with Larry Ellison's money, the Warner Brothers Discovery. Number three, Paramount made a lot of concessions. They were cut to break up the fee that they wanted to discover networks. And last but not least, they got that share price that was so high when Paramount bid for Warner Brothers Discovery in September. They were offering $9 a share. Sounds looked like a genius here because he was able to get for $19 or $31 a share. Netflix look pretty smart too, but now their biggest competitors is left holding a ton of debt. It's not an administration. And guess what? Guess what? David Ellison. David Ellison don't care about that. You know why he don't care about that debt? Because if he takes over Warner Brothers Discovery, putting out content that's not woke content, not woke content, he knows it's going to make money. Administration, and guess what? And guess what? David Ellison don't even care about that debt. You know why he don't care about that debt? Because if he takes over Warner Brothers Discovery, putting out content that's not woke content, he knows it's going to make money. That's a good investment. That's a good deal. If this day in this day and age, in this day and age of woke bullshit, and guess what? And guess what? David Ellison don't even care about that debt. You know why he don't care about that debt? Because if he takes over Warner Brothers Discovery, putting out content that's not woke content, he knows it's gonna make money. That's a good investment. That is a good deal. If in this day and age of woke bull woke bullshit, if you put up look at the situation that they put out that new Top Gun movie. Look how well it did. Look how well. Hold on for a second. Look how well it did. Look how well it did. What studio put out Top Gun? Paramount. Paramount. What's it's on Paramount. Let's see who put it out. Mm. Paramount Pictures, Paramount, Skydance Me, they put out Top Gun. You see my point? Press one if you see my point. And a seed of woke ass movies, and a seed of woke movies. Skydance Paramount put out Top Gun Maverick. And you know what's crazy? I haven't even watched it yet. I haven't even watched it. You know why I haven't watched it yet? Because I've been so sick of all these companies putting out woke versions of movies from back in the day. The sequels that have been coming out has been ruining the originals. You know, the Coming to America. The new Coming to America was trash. But what I heard from everyone is that Top Gun was good. It didn't have no wokeness in it. None of that bullshit. Yeah, I haven't seen it, bro. Artisan, know who I am with movies, bro. You know who I am with movies. I usually wait for you to watch it, and then you say it's good, then I'll go watch it. If I heard it was good, I, I gotta put that on my list. You feel me? It's a sign of things to come. And they know it. They know this. This is why they do not want. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's go to Gemini. I could ask Gemini. Gemini will tell me. Let's go to Gemini real quick. Let's ask Gemini if Paramount Sky is able to acquire Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers Discovery. This what networks will they own? What networks do they own? Gunn is a fake progressive. James Gunn is a progressive lefty. I rewatched that Superman. I said, let me make sure I'm not on. I went back and rewatched the new Superman movie, and then I watched Men of Steel right behind it. And guess what? Man of Steel, infinitely, infinitely better. Man of Steel, infinitely better. Infinitely better. Okay, so it is no longer just an if. As late February 26th, Paramount and Skydance a $110 billion agreement to acquire Warner Bros. After Netflix withdrew with the big move. Soon with the merger passed of the monetary as expected in Q3 of 2026, the combined entity control of unprecedented massive portfolio of linear television of Hollywood's biggest legacy television empires. They'll bring the following major networks under one single umbrella. So broadcast television, they will have CBS, and you'll have